It doesn't just be about all football. We're moving on to athletics right now as Noah Lyles won the gold medal in the 100 meters at the 2023 World Athletics Championship in Budapest, Hungary on August 20th. Last 26 ran the race in 9.83 seconds. Let's get to hear some reactions coming from him because it's been quite remarkable and he's made headlines so far, you know, dissing the NBA family. And we have our guest standing on Zoom to actually take us through that.
Roar from the expectant crowd. Great start from Coleman, we expect that. Can Lyles come through? It's very, very tight. It's Noah Lyles. The champion roars once more. Tobogo ran really well on the far side.
The thing that hurts me the most is that I have to watch the NBA Finals and they have world champion on their head. World champion of what? The United States? Don't get me wrong. I love the U.S. at times, but that ain't the world. That is not the world. We are the world. We have almost every country out here fighting, thriving, putting on their flag to show that they are represented. There ain't no flags in the NBA.
All right, as it is right now, we have to go straight to our Zoom guest. Yemi Galadima, Managing Editor, Making of Champions, is standing by. Yemi, good to have you on the show.
Thanks for having me. Good morning.
And of course, the whole controversy regarding Noah Lyles is quite interesting. And it's quite obvious that this statement he made has caused a lot of ripple in the NBA family. I mean, what do you make of what's going on at the moment?
I think that was a very interesting conversation or opinion, and it's got people talking, definitely. But I do not see anything wrong in what Noah Lyles said, right? Except we're trying to define or redefine what world really means. So he talked about the NBA being called world champions, and really, what is wrong with what he said, right? Like a world champion or world championships should consist of people, teams from different countries of the world. And while some people might say that the NBA has players that come from different parts of the world, do they actually go against those people as teams or as countries rather? You know, do you face them country versus country? Because that is when a world champion emerges. And yet the NBA is not the only sport in the US that does that, right? Like even the baseball league have what they call a World Series.
Yeah.
But really, those teams that play in the World Series, are they from the world or from the US? So I think it's a great conversation starter, and it's something that's going to bring attention to athletics as well. Because in spite of the American domination in track and field, you see that it's not among the top sports in the US, really. So this is a great conversation to have, and I think a lot of people now will get drawn to track and field in the US.
All right, Yemi. Now, what we've seen now with Noah achieving this beautiful feat, do you think we have come back to the era where we now enjoy athletics? Because obviously, when Usain Bolt retired, it seemed like there was some sort of darkness in that part of sport.
Yeah.
Now, do you think Noah has brought back that light that we've always experienced when it comes to the track event?
Definitely, definitely. He's brought a lot of attention. You know, he's someone who has quite a personality. He has a big personality. And so that will definitely help in terms of rebranding or improving the image of the sport. You know, he's bringing attention. It's just like Sha'Carri Richardson as well. You know, people who have this sort of personalities that make people attracted to the sport. So we're seeing that in Noah Lyles. Is he the next Usain Bolt? Well, time will tell, but definitely he's someone who is drawing a lot of attention to the sport right now.
All right, finally, before I let you go, what do you think is going to be happening now? Because, of course, Jamaicans have been toppled this time around. Do you think the U.S. would be able to sustain this?
Oh, definitely. U.S. has always been dominant in track and field, especially at the World Championships. You know, they've stayed at the top of the table, the medals table, ahead of any other country. So this is something they've consistently done, and it's something you expect them to do. Of course, even the fight with Jamaica is mostly in the sprints. It's not just in every other event, but the sprints especially. But we see US also winning medals now in events like the shot put, Like in the women's discus throw, they won gold and silver. In the hammer throw, they had silver and bronze. So it's not just the sprints now. They're also moving to the field events as well and doing quite well there. They have the depth that it's difficult for any other team to meet, So that makes them very, very unique. That gives them an edge. And yes, we expect to see that sort of dominance continue, but other countries will continue to challenge as well.
Thank you very much, Yemi. I hope, thank you so much for actually joining us. I hope we'll be having you subsequently when we need you, please. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate
Bye.
it. All right, TVC, finally, before we run, now you haven't dropped your predictions for the Super Sunday game, Arsenal and Manchester United.
I'll go with goals. I'll go with goals, but then I will love.
Goals. You're playing safe now. Don't do this.
I really want United to win this one, but it's going to be difficult. But I expect them to win this one.
Your prediction, quickly.
It's going to be a blowout. Arsenal 3, United 1.
Arsenal 3, United 1.
Yeah.
So you want me to put my money on that one?
Yeah, sure. You
can
take that to the bank.
I'll say United 3, Arsenal 2.
All right, that's about it for the sports update. Not to worry, Kemi and Emmanuel got you covered from this.